Got a nice little monsoon coming in. It's been raining. It stopped raining. Now it's starting to come back again. So that's why I'm not outside and I'm sitting in my truck doing this vlog. I wanted to show, I don't know if you can see it, there's my sign and in the wood there. Past that, let's see if we can, yeah, there we go. You see there's wood line now. Right up here to your left is a stake, if you can see that sticking out, is a corner of my property. And then there's all the wood piled up, making a fence line. It comes down to there and then it cuts through those bushes there, then connects right back with that big log that was sitting there, and then to my private property sign. And a little farther back, I need to move that big log a little closer to that sign. No one can drive through it. I just aesthetically would like it to be moved back. But anyhow, I had the 12-year-old boy and the 9-year-old girl out here today doing this project. And they were, it was already down trees. And they were over there picking up limbs and breaking big hunks of it off and carrying or dragging it over there. And they got to learn the value of teamwork and working together, and they built it all together. I just sat there and directed them, told them where to look, and suggested different pieces of wood for them to get. And then when they were trying to carry it, gave them direction on which way to turn it and how to carry it and who to get at what end, and play on their strengths and weaknesses, because obviously he's much stronger than what she is. And they got it done. And as they were going, I didn't have to give as much direction because they were figuring out what I wanted and what I wanted it to look like. We ran out of some bigger pieces there in the middle, but that was fine because they got some smaller ones and put there. It serves the purpose of, people knowing, if they were to come up here, seeing it and seeing that it is somebody's property. It's not just random open land. It is someone's property, so it will serve that purpose. And the road, the 2-track road, technically, it, you see it right there. Technically, it keeps going on past, the front of my property, but it hasn't been driven in so long that it's mostly grown over. We'll see if we can. See, that's the road right there. All those wildflowers. So there's really, nobody comes up here. There's no reason for anybody to come up here. So with that should be plenty enough to deter anybody and let them know that this is private land. And it comes up, basically, it just seems like the road comes up and then curves and ends in my driveway. So that's fine. I know the properties beside me and everything are owned by people, but other than me, there really hasn't been anybody out here in years. I believe at some point last year, the photographer who was taking pictures for the real estate company was up here, but that was it. You could barely tell that this was any kind of a road when I came up and bought the property. And now, as you saw over here with the flowers, if it was not for me coming and going, you would not even know that this was a road. It would just be like a clearing area. We had a visit this morning from another YouTuber. Let's see if I can turn this around. There we go. So we had a visit this morning from another YouTuber. she came by and talked to my lady friend who's staying here, to the family and everything. Just giving some words of advice coming from another female that's been living out here. Oh, sorry about that. Trying to get adjusted here. So, as you can see, I got a little bit of sun on my forehead. Haven't gone and had a shower yet because it's been rainy. Right after we got done with the fence, I took them back down to their mom, and then I went over to fix something to eat real fast while she was coming up here to check out the work that they'd done. Then I came up here and ate, and while they were building the fence, I heard thunder, and so I told her it was going to rain. And I came up here and started eating, and she came up here while she was checking it out, and at the same time, and so it started raining, and it started raining fairly hard after that, and it's still continuing. So I'll have to go get my shower, bath later. Tomorrow I'm going to Sholo. I've got to go for work, for some training, class time stuff. So I will be down there tomorrow, and I will postpone this video for at least another day or two because I want to take some footage while I'm down there, add to it. Or, well, hold on a second. Had to get at least passenger side window up. It's starting to rain again. I don't want rain to come in on that side because I've got a laptop over there. It's a nice rainy day. It's definitely cooled the weather down. And I won't get any more sunburnt. Probably should have been wearing my hat. Just crazy. It wasn't hot this morning when my friend came by, but still standing out in the sun. And of course, this is 6,500 foot elevation. So when you're at higher elevations, you actually have more UV exposure. So at this height, without wearing my hat, my face got pretty exposed to the sun. It was stupid, but I didn't think about it because it was, I don't know, it was this morning. It wasn't really all that hot out, and I just didn't think about it. I usually do wear my hat if I'm out and about on the property. But it is what it is. While we were down there building the fence, the kids, the boy went up to grab one piece from this one dead tree, and he jumped back, said there's a snake. So I grabbed my snake hook and I went up there real fast, and it wasn't there anymore. And he couldn't figure out where it went, and I told him it just went back underneath the trees, and there's little burrows underneath there from the pack rats that built a nest on it, which is what attracted the snake, was to the rats, the pack rats, and that's fine by me. I'd love snakes, and I'd love to have the snake here rather than the pack rats because they're destructive. I doubt very seriously it was a rattlesnake because it disappeared instead of standing there rattling when he walked up. There was no noise. So it was probably a bull snake or something of that sort, maybe even a king snake. I don't know. Hopefully I can find it again because I'd love to get it out and play with it. I did tell him we'd get it out. If we can find it, we'll get it out and we'll play with it. And they looked at me all wide-eyed. They're like, what? Play with a snake? I said, yeah, we'll get it out and we'll play with it. We'll take it down and show your mom and your brothers. And they were just looking at me with their mouths dropped open, their eyes wide. I'm like, they're like, well, what if it's poisonous? Which, for the record, no snake is poisonous. They're venomous. Just have to throw that in there. I said, well, if it's venomous, then I'm not going to let you guys touch it. I'll be the only one who touches it. But if it's not venomous, and I figure it probably isn't, we're going to catch it and we'll take it down and show them, and then we'll bring it back up here and release it and let it go right where we found it at. For myself, I don't mind any snakes here on the property. I don't mind there being any rattlesnakes or whatnot, because I worked as a zookeeper with reptiles for the Phoenix Zoo in the past. It's been my passion, and I've got experience with it. It doesn't really bother me. I'm not afraid of them. I'm certainly not going to kill any snake just because it's a snake. That's ignorant in my opinion. You shouldn't kill animals just to kill animals, or just because you're afraid of it. Just leave it alone. It'll leave you alone. That's pretty simple. But, people just like to kill things that they're afraid of. They think they're bigger than it, whatever. The family's doing really well. They're settling in more. They've got a tent that's in between their van and their big cargo trailer, and a big tarp that goes over that. So they're more comfortable. They're settling in. We'll have to figure out come wintertime. She is looking for property for herself and the kids, but she's not in a big hurry to do it. She's still nervous about being out here and doesn't want to be alone and too far away from me. She's probably not going to sleep well the next 2 days I'm a Sholo. She doesn't see me necessarily because they're at the back of my property, and I've been staying up at the front of my property. And with the trees and everything between us, we can't see each other, but it's just knowing that I'm up here. So she feels more comfortable. She'll settle in more. She's getting more and more comfortable with the area. I don't know if I said when I came out here, I bought my land and put the money down on it, and then bought my camper and came out here, but I didn't have a lot of money. You don't have to have lots and lots of money to come out and live off grid and homestead. I mean, it would be nice if I did, and I could build stuff and have it all done really fast, but you don't have to. I came out here, when I finally moved out here full time, I bought it last year. I had just under $2,000 here, whatever, a few months ago when I came out here. I have to keep lighting a cigarette. I know I shouldn't smoke, but I do, so it is what it is. So I only had a couple thousand when I came out here, and I've pretty much gone through it now. A little bit in repairs on my truck and the gas, because I went to my friend's place in Tempe. He has a shop. Of course, my water tanks, the burn barrel, probably a few tools, this and that, odds and ends. So I pretty much went through that 2,000 really fast. And now it's just pretty much going paycheck to paycheck, which I don't really like. I like having a little bit of savings and buffer, but it's just not where I'm at right now. In the future, hopefully I'll save up more money. Who knows? I'm trying to save as much as I can and not really spend too much until I have more saved up. We'll see. This going to Sholo is going to be a little expensive on gas, but I'm getting paid for my time driving there and back, and I'm getting mileage, so that'll definitely help. Reimburse me. I won't see it till next week, but still that'll definitely help. I'm considering, I really don't want to do it, but I'm considering going back to welding for a short time. Not very long, briefly. I mean, it would behoove me really to take one of these good offers I've had and spend 2-3 years there doing it, saving all the money, living in my truck, still living the van life, doing my videos from wherever I'm at. But I don't really want to go back to welding. I don't know. I can make a lot of money doing it, and living as cheaply as I'm living now, making that kind of money like I made when I went to Wisconsin for the Raiders Stadium, and when I was working on the Tesla plant, building that, the money that I made would definitely add up really fast. Living as cheap as when I am now, I could save a lot of money really fast. And within 6 months to a year, have enough money to pay off the things I owe, get my own business started, out here welding, get the computer and stuff I need to do better videos, better editing, better camera for photography. I do have my GoPro, but since I don't have a good usable laptop for it, it's just pretty much sitting here gathering dust right now. So there's some things I'd like to do as far as that goes, and then get a mobile welding business started. And obviously, since that would give me the tools required, I could build the furniture that I want to build. I've got some really neat dead wood out here that I'm hoping I can cut up and get the dead part off the top and find a really good wood in the middle of it and use it to make some furniture with it. You can make a lot of money off stuff like that, and I've got the ability to do it. I just don't have the money. But we'll see. Again, hopefully things will work out and I can do that. Everybody I've spoken with out here would love to see mobile welding done out here. Someone who can come to their property and fix things and build little things for them. Absolutely everybody has said that they would love that. So I think I could make some money doing it. I just need to get started doing it, which is why I'm considering going back to welding, so that way I can work, save up the money, and get it started, because obviously I'm not going to get a loan. I don't have a rich uncle that's going to loan me the money or give me the money, so GoFundMe's aren't going to work. So I got to figure it out by myself. And that's the only way that I can think of doing is going back to work as a welder and saving my money, which means I have to leave my property. I don't want to do that. I don't know yet. Anyhow, this video has already become longer than what I planned, so I will probably post this video and then I'll make more while I'm down in Sholo. I only planned on like a little 5-minute talk, 10-minute talk. It's dragged on. Starting to ramble now, but I guess we'll leave y'all with that. Y'all take care, stay safe, keep living a good life, keep living your dreams. Don't let anybody deter you from living your dreams. Don't say, well, I don't have the money to do this or do that. You do have the money if you want to. You can live your dreams if you want to live your dreams. Don't let people talk you out of it. Don't let people tell you it's stupid. Don't let people tell you that you're just not capable of doing it. If you want to do it, do it. Just try it. There's a lot of people around me out here. They're good people that give advice. They're willing to help you out with things. Like I said, there's several of us out here are YouTubers. And like I said, one of them was out here today. She lives out here. She's been living out here for several years. She was a van lifer for many, many, many years. She's got her own YouTube channel, and she came to offer some advice to my friend out here as a single female. There's good people out here. So If this is your dream, do it. Try to find a way and do it. Until then, y'all take care. Be safe. Love y'all.